Good? I'm ready. I feel like my hair looks wild. It's either the hair or the beard. It's one of the two. It's always one of the two. Ready? All right, no. Hold on. It's because I mess up. I get nervous. I'm usually like a one-take Drake, you feel me? My name is Jose Ortiz, otherwise known as the Dreamer Jose. Dreamer CS is the collective of creative thoughts that I had. It's a collective of dreamers, so-called dreamers, that want to tell stories. It's the page, it's the place, it's the atmosphere, it's the environment for storytellers, for dreamers, for daydreamers, night dreamers, visionaries. It's that place. That's what it is. That's who it's for. That's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be a place where people just want to come and tell stories. Pray or be prey was really, I don't want to say accidental, because God knows nothing is accidental. Everything is perfectly planned out. But it was just, I remember it perfectly. It was a normal day. My good friend AJ wanted me to teach him how to make graphics out of photos, turn photos into graphics, make them look nice and cool. And so that day we had planned to meet up so we can do a faux photo shoot, like a fake photo shoot, so that I can teach him some Photoshop basics and how to come up with cool looking graphics out of photos that you just took. And so we're there, and while he's on his way, I'm trying to figure out, okay, how can we do a cool photo shoot that's quick? I'm trying to see what I have laying around, and I see that I have like 2-3 Nerf guns. I have a bulletproof vest, and some, like a mask, or a ski mask or whatever it was. And I was just like, all right, let me put this on. I had some ripped jeans. I was like, let me just put on this fit and see what he thinks when he comes in the door. So he walks in the door. He's like, what do you have in mind for the photo shoot? And I'm like, well, I look a little like, street militia type, like roughed up. At the time, I had no haircut as I do now. I looked wild. So we were just there, and I was just like, I think we're just gonna take these Nerf guns and pretend like I'm, like we're in a street militia, like it's almost post-apocalyptic, futuristic type, and just see where we go with it. He's like, what is the title of this photo shoot gonna be called? I was like, I didn't even know we needed a title, but he's like, oh, I was like, I don't know, like Hunter, or the Prey. I don't know. I was just spitballing, and he was like, oh, how about Pray or Pray? And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you just said the same word twice. He's like, no, like Pray, P-R-A-Y or P-R-E-Y. And I was like, dang, that's actually tough. I mean, it's a fake photo shoot. We don't need a name, but let's go do the photo shoot. So we went out to an open field. We did the photo shoot. Later, I went to edit the photos and show him how to make something like a cool poster with the photos. And we came up with, or at least I came up with in the process, this, I feel like, I don't want to say iconic, but it's iconic to me. When as a creator, you create something and it hits you, like this is one of the things that you do that you will really like love. Most of the times I make a bunch of stuff, whether it be for myself or for clients, where I'm like, like I did a good piece of work. I did my best I did my best on this piece of work, but it's not something that's gonna stick with me like 5-6 years down the line. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I remember, this is one of but this poster graphic was one of the ones where I had a feeling inside. I was like, oh, this is something special right here, or it has the potential to be something special. And so later on, after I showed it to him, he's like, oh, it looks like a real movie. And I was like, we should make it into a real movie. So I don't know how serious he thought I was, but I was so serious. I was like, yo, I'm so tired of making, projects for clients and, just letting my creativity be dampened by, the imposing will of clients. And I was like, I'm so tired of just doing work for clients. I think I'm done. I think I'm done working for clients. I think I'm just going to solely just, go at it and just dig into this archive of creativity that's in my head and just really like try to let it shine as best as I can. And this was one of those moments I started just like writing a script for it. I was like, what would it look like if this was what this poster was a movie, what would the script be like? What would it look like? I went at it, I'm pretty sure, completely wrong. I started out with a poster and then a script. And I had no actors. I had no people to help me shoot this. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that I have to start doing something, or else this is just gonna be pushed in the back of my mind and never worked on. And so I was able to actually get a few of my really close friends to come and help me out with the process of making this into a movie. I hit up my good friend RJ. I was like, yo, like, I'm trying to make this a movie. Like, what you think? Can you help out? And he's like, yeah, but I'm kind of busy. So what if you hit up, this person or that person? And obviously he recommended me to one of our good friends, but I never thought about it. I never put the pieces together. I'm like, yeah, we're all creatives, but I never thought, okay, yo, like, he actually likes doing this. Let me put it together. So I hit up my good friend Zay that RJ recommended, and we started chopping it up. We just started chopping it up. He created like a mood board, and I just spilled out my brains and my thoughts to him, and we just started to piece it all together, from shots to inspiration, to shot list, to reviewing the script, revising it to make sure it makes sense, and so on and so forth. And we kind of came up with like this cohesive unit of a project that can actually get turned into, a short film. So that's kind of how that went. We went and we got the help of our friends to shoot it, make it reality. And I think looking back on the project, I was super proud of it. I'm still super proud of it. It may not be like the craziest thing. We didn't have a big budget. We had no budget at all, really. I bought some prop guns from the flea market to make this real. I bought, like a mask off Amazon. And so, we just did the best we can with what we had, and I was super proud of it. I'm still super proud of it. I love what I go every so often on my Instagram or YouTube, and I rewatch it just because it's so cool to see that something that was in my head is now like a tangible thing that others can enjoy. And I think that's like really one of the first big stepping stones for, DRMR Creative Studios, was that I can show other people that it's possible, that whatever's in your head, you can actually put into reality. And not on some like motivational type thing, or like, oh, you have the power to, but more or less like, you don't need a bunch of stuff. You don't need the best things. You don't need the best technology, the best gear, equipment. You don't need a bunch of people, a bunch of actors, because Lord knows I hit up a bunch of people to try to help me out make the project. Everybody dubbed me this, and no, I had 0 actors. Literally the same people that filmed the video were acting. So imagine I'm filming, and then I'm like, all right, Zay, hold this camera, because now it's, or I'm filming Zay, and then I'm like, Zay, come hold the camera because it's my turn to be in the shot. That's how we did it. And so you don't need everything that you may think you need. It's not as big or as scary of a step. You just, take that first step and really, pray or be pray, which actually it became known as pray or be pray instead of pray or pray. That's where it all stemmed from, a fake photo shoot to help my friend turn it to a actual, short film that, believe it or not, now we're turning into a short series. The Pray or Be Pray is the first of, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4 short films that are titled now the Soulfire Chronicles. And again, with the help of my good friend Zay, we literally would just hop on phone calls. He lives in Tampa. I live over here in Central Florida, so we would just hop on phone calls and just chop it up for hours at a time, just spilling our brains, our thoughts, our creative thinking, our processes, and just writing it all down on a mood board and notes, and planning it all out and figuring out what we're going to do. And the Soulfire Chronicles was born. We had the first Pray or Be Pray that was a part of the Soulfire Chronicles. The next one now that we're actually done, post or pre-production, and we're getting ready to start filming it. That one, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Soulfire Chronicles: The Odyssey. The Odyssey. And so the inspiration of the name, the Odyssey means like a journey, a long journey. And so this piece of the story is a bridge between some projects that I've done. I don't want to spoil it because I just want the people to enjoy it. So whoever actually watches and enjoyed the Pray or Be Pray
will enjoy where this story is leading up to, and I don't think they're gonna see what's coming. You know, like what we planned out is crazy, and it makes no sense until you see the Odyssey. Pray or be pray, and whatever that is gonna get connected to makes no sense unless you see the Odyssey, and then you'll see where we were able to, you know, build a bridge out of nothing, out of thin air, basically, because basically that's what it was. It's something that had nothing to do with another thing that we were able to connect together purely off of creative, critical thinking and brainstorming. I'm super excited for that to come out after. I can't ruin it. I don't even want to say the name because I was going to name the other parts that are coming after the Odyssey, but I can't because then you'll know what's going to happen. Just know we workshopped a bunch of different names, and it's a 4-part series. So we have Prayer, Be Praying, the Odyssey, Bleep, and then another one that's going to come out to end the, not a trilogy, but quadruplogy. I don't know what it's called in this 4. We're not. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely something I see myself doing a lot more. I fell in love with this process of taking everything that goes on inside this head and spilling it out and trying to fit the pieces together like a puzzle. I really enjoy the process. I enjoy bringing something that's just a thought into reality. It's something that never ceases to blow my mind. Like, for me, this is the closest I'll ever be to understanding what it was for God to create. Making something out of nothing. It's a feeling. It's a man. It's something unexplainable. It feels right. It feels like I'm doing something that I was created to do. And so I really want to just lean into that deeper and create more stories, bring more stories to life, tell more stories, and help other people tell stories. That's another thing I want to do. You know, I see a lot of YouTubers that tell people how to, you know, shot list, script write, this, make your YouTube videos more cinematic. I don't really care about all that stuff. I don't want to tell you how to shot list. I don't want to tell you how to, because at the end of the day, everyone that has made something worthwhile has done it on their own. They've done it their way. So when you think of the Steven Spielbergs or the Kevin Feige's of the world, or, you know, any real great director, movie maker, storyteller has their own style. They do things of their own certain way. Of course, they have the help of others, and they have, you know, kind of like this path that they follow. But for me to tell other people this is how you need to be doing it, that's just not what I see myself doing. I see myself doing it and sharing with others, hey, this is how I did it. You don't have to be scared if you don't know how to do it. Look at how I started. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did it, and you can do it too, just by doing it. Not sponsored by Nike, but yeah, that's what I see myself doing. Really just tapping into this creative storytelling side of myself and seeing where that goes, alongside my dog, you know, Zay. It's exciting. That's it. Hey man, I appreciate y'all for watching this. If you haven't already, go and watch Pray or Be Pray on either the DRMR CS Instagram page. That's at no, it's not. That's at TDRMRCS on the Instagram, or on the YouTube, which is DRMR Creative Studios. You can watch the Pray or Be Pray, and then depending on when you're watching this, you might be able to watch the Odyssey. You'll definitely be able to watch the Odyssey if it's out. Unless you're watching this and it's not out, then you can't watch it. But then just wait, because then you will be able to see it once it does come out. So if that makes sense, you don't have to. But I appreciate everyone who supports, who watches, subscribes, follows, gives me feedback, wants to be a part of these projects. I need actors, even if you're not good. I'm not a good actor, and I was in one of them, and I think I did so we could make it work. Love you. Peace. That's it. That's a wrap. I felt like I was talking my head off the whole time. I'm not a fan of just talking and not. It's like it has to be a back and forth. So this was a bit uncomfortable, but we make a shake. Either way. Appreciate y'all.